Hey there, everyone. Meteorologist Rosie Newberry here, 12:29. Now the time on your Tuesday afternoon. A tornado warning has just been issued in Lee County. You can see the size of that box. It goes just to the northeast of Giddings, right to the east of Lincoln, up around Dime Box, an area that has continued to see torrential downpours in the last couple of weeks. And it comes over to the edge of the county, just to the west and northwest of Ledbetter. This is the situation we were telling you about just now on KXAN News at noon. It's a slow-moving storm, folks. It's moving to the northeast at only about 10 miles per hour. Looking at the core of the hail that's happening in here, we could see hail as far as 1 inch in diameter. I've seen a lot of half-inch in diameter radar reports, and normally these radars have a pretty good grasp of what's going to go down onto the ground. A lot of light rain happening for folks over in Dime Box at this time, but you need to be in a shelter. You need to be in a safe place. You need to go into the most interior room that you can find in your home or in your office, and you need to sit and you need to listen to what's going on the radio, that NOAA weather radio. This is when it comes in handy, folks, because you can shelter appropriately and still be listening to what's going on with this warning. So it's just been issued. I'm going to step off the screen and read you a couple of reports that have just come through. The reason that this tornado warning has been issued. So, folks, that tornado warning in effect right now for portions of Lee County. As you can see on your screen, it is moving very slowly. It doesn't even look like it's moving at all on the radar right now. So no hail has been observed so far, but for Lee County until 1 o'clock. So I'm going to be here with you the entire time. It's 12:31 right now. We have about 29 minutes left on this tornado warning. At 12:28, so just a few minutes ago, a tornado-producing storm was located near Giddings, and it was moving to the northeast, as I said, very, very slow at only 10 miles per hour. So because it has a very small, weak rotation associated with it, and because it has the potential to produce a tornado, and folks, this was the exact same sort of system that produced that funnel cloud that was over in Cedar Creek, just outside of Cedar Creek High School. So because this system has a potential to drop at least those funnel clouds, most of these systems that have a tornado that come all the way down to the ground, they're very, very weak. We're talking EF0, which would only be about 65 to 85 mile per hour winds. Still could be damaging. We'd still have the potential of damaging hail as well, but they're on the whole very weak. That doesn't mean that you should take this lightly. If you know anyone who's going to be on the roadway in this area in Lee County in the next half hour, you need to call and tell them to pull over, pull off the side of the road, and get into a safe place. Of course, we're always going to suggest sturdy buildings. If you're in your office building, stay there. Just get to the most interior room you can. That's likely a closet or a bathroom, and barricade yourself in. You need to be in shelter. Even those folks in these areas near Dime Box that aren't seeing anything more than light rain at this time, because this is that tornado warned storm. It's kind of just to the southeast of Lincoln, and it's stretching just to the north of Ledbetter at this time, and it's going to continue to track north very, very slowly. I apologize, folks, that I have to keep stepping off the screen, but it's the only way that I can really give you a good picture of what's going on. Hopefully my Baron button's going to be working with me. All right, I've got it. So I'm going to show you what this looks like with hail. I'm going to do a quick little check right here. No hail showing up right now. Everything in green on your screen is just heavy rainfall, but that rain is falling quickly, folks. 2 inches of rain per hour. This is the exact same storm that has the potential to produce a tornado on the ground. We don't have confirmation of a report of a tornado on the ground right now, but if it were to fall, folks, it would be just to the east of Giddings. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom in even further for you so you have a better idea of where you need to be looking. So if a tornado coming from this system would be hitting the ground, it would be just to the east of Giddings at this time. And in fact, we do have a lot of heavy rainfall in that area. Even if hail's not falling, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not the potential for a tornado to hit the ground. So I'm sorry to be taking up all of your time, anybody who doesn't live in Lee County, but this is so important for those folks who do, that we're going to stay on the air with you and keep you updated the entire time. So again, if you're just joining us, it's a tornado warning in effect for Lee County until 1 p.m. I would like to show you now the picture that we got. This has been popping up really all over Twitter better in just the last hour or so. This, folks, was a funnel cloud. This is not a reported tornado on the ground, but this is just outside of Cedar Creek High School. And a lot of those kids there saying that they didn't even go into shelter. It's because it wasn't watched, folks. It's not warned until just now. So they were monitoring the situation. Now they know there is a tornado warning in Lee County, and it was issued due to reports from the emergency manager of just a weak tornado that was on the ground. So I'm just seeing this now, weak tornado on the ground. This would be something very small, folks, an EF0 most likely, which would have winds involved at about 65 to 85 miles per hour. If this tornado was falling, I'm going to take you back over to my Viper radar. It would be just to the east of Giddings at this time. Where that heavier rain is falling, that's in the purple. The area that I'm talking about as well is going to be just outside of Giddings to the east. Stepping back on the screen to give you an idea, this would be the heaviest rainfall of the entire system. But if you look immediately to the east and slightly to the south as well, this is where we'd start to see that kind of hook echo pattern that could potentially produce a tornado. And we do now have reports that a weak tornado is on the ground. I apologize, I have to keep stepping off screen, but this is the only way to go about it. There is a 20-knot shear coming off of what's going on with this tornado. That means that it has the ability to not only be forming, but actually be here on the ground, and it could produce damaging wind gusts. So something we're watching at this time. Of course, I'm going to stay with you for the entirety of this tornado warning that's in Lee County, and it's set to expire at 1 p.m. Right now, 12:36 is the time. I'm continuing to monitor what's going on with our National Weather Service chat, any reports that we're getting in. If you are in this area and you have seen the funnel cloud before it touched the ground, a lot of folks did, especially just outside of Cedar Creek High School. That's in Bastrop County. You can go ahead and tweet us your pictures, but please stay in a safe location if you are just getting word that there is a tornado warning, because we don't want to risk your safety just to see a picture.